Hello, this is Pearl, and today I will be reading Little Pilgrim's Progress, Part 2, Christiana, Chapter 51. Christiana shows the letter to her brothers. Christiana could scarcely believe that the letter was really from the king, and for her. And when she had read it, her heart was filled with joy and sorrow together. Joy that the king should send her such a gracious message, in sorrow that she had not learned to love and obey him before. She looked up again at Wisdom, who was standing near her. "I will go," she said, "and I will try to take the children with me." Wisdom smiled at her. "That is right," she said. "Do not wait any longer. The way is easier for children than for older people, and the king will help you in all your difficulties." "Can you not go with us?" said Christiana. "Then I should not be frightened." "No, I have other work to do. But you need not be frightened. You know the way to the wicket gate, and when you have passed through it, you will meet with many of the king's servants who will be very kind to you." Christiana read the king's letter many times over that day, and that evening she showed it to Matthew, her eldest brother. "What shall I do?" she asked him. "You will go, will you not?" "I should like to go, and I would take Innocence. But what will become of you boys if I leave you alone?" "We must go too," said Matthew. "At any rate, I will." "Will you really? Oh, I am so glad." "I have often thought about it," continued Matthew, "since we knew that our father and mother had crossed the dark river. And when little Christian and Faithful went away, I was half inclined to follow them. It will be nice now for us all to go together." Christiana smiled as she looked into the fire. "Mother would be so pleased to see us. But I do not know whether James and Joseph are welcome. Perhaps they will be afraid of the long journey." Just at that moment the door opened, and the two younger boys ran in. "Oh," exclaimed James, "we are so tired. What are you talking about, you two?" "Christiana has had a letter," replied Matthew, and he laid the paper on the table, where his brothers could read it as they stood side by side. "It is from the king," said Joseph. "Why has he written to Christiana?" "Who brought it?" asked James. "Do you think it really came from the king?" "One of the strangers brought it. Her name is Wisdom. You have often seen her in the streets." "I know her. She spoke to me one day, and I liked her. Shall you go?" Joseph came round to the fire and leaned against his sister's chair, looking into her face. "Will you come with me?" "I don't mind. Shall we have to fight anybody? And will there be any wild beasts?" "I don't know, but Wisdom said we need not be frightened. The king will take care of us." "I should like to be a pilgrim," said James, "but Innocence is so tiny. You can't leave her behind." "No," said Matthew, "of course not. She can walk a little, and we must carry her when she is tired." "When shall we go?" asked Joseph. "We have to pass through that gate with the lamp over it, don't we? Oh, don't you remember? Pliable went with little Christian last spring, and they fell into the slough." "We will be careful," said Matthew. "When can you be ready, Christiana? Tomorrow or the next day?" "The next day, I think. We can prepare everything at night, and then start very early as soon as the gates of the city are opened." Thanks for listening.